BBN Fan Show. What's good, man? After that loss, I think the fan base is wasn't the best of days. Let me just put it like that for a lot of people. Hope you guys had a great day today. I just wanted to jump on here for a couple of minutes, man. I've been wanting to go live with a good friend of mine. I met him me and him was talking for maybe probably about 2 years, maybe about 2 years or so before we ever met. So we finally met up at a UK football game. He took care of me, made sure I was good to go, introduced me to some people, brought me a pretty cool UK license plate. So I just wanted to bring me and him. We've been trying to get on and go live for a while, and finally, I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, man, you want to jump on?" He said, "Cool." So we just thought we'd just come live, considering the UK lost to LSU, and this guy really loves his Kentucky basketball, probably more than I do, and I didn't think that was possible, but he does. So with no further ado, I'd like to bring on my good friend. Uh, I'm trying to work this out. But Twitter, BBN MJ, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
I wish I was better, but I'm okay, man. I'm okay.
I know, man. This UK loss, man, it's just something that I don't think we knew it was possible. Just because of just the up and down of UK this year. But do we really want to believe that we could go down to LSU and lose to such a horrible team? But everybody plays their best against UK, man. How's everything? What's your thoughts on the game, man?
Man, brutal, man. What a brutal ending. I mean, that's just how lucky can you get? And it's frustrating, man.
It's very
Frustrated.
frustrating, man. No one,
Yeah.
I had to go I had to go take some radios to a base so they can get fixed. So of course, usually I get to sit in my office and watch the ball game, and I didn't really get a chance to do that. So most of the game, I actually had to ride down the road and watch while I was riding deep in the desert. And so when the game
Yeah.
went off, I was driving, and I was just when they tipped it in. It's like I was stunned, bro. I just had to pull over into the desert and just sat there. Like I couldn't believe. And I'm surrounded by sand everywhere, and just like I could not believe that we just lost that ball game, bro. Uh, where do we go from here, man?
Well, first, I appreciate you bringing me on the show, man.
No problem.
I don't know if I'm a bigger fan than you are. I jumped into UK sports 13 years ago. I wasn't even
Okay,
in the States. So,
okay,
but yeah, I appreciate you bringing me in, man. And man, it's been a roller coaster the whole year. We go at Auburn and dominate, and you're feeling
dominating,
good.
feeling good.
Uh, yeah, and we took care of Ole Miss. After three bad losses at home, which insane.
Yeah,
And then you feel good, and you feel like we might get the 4 seed. We might
yeah,
get that 4 seed. And then we go LSU up by 15, and second half we go dry. They go what, a 15-0 run or 15-2 run,
yeah,
whatever that was. And to be honest, man, it's still like it's hard to believe.
it
Till
is.
now, I'm like I watched the replay like 15 million times so I could break down what went wrong. And
Yeah,
obviously, a lot of things at the end of the game, but they got lucky. And
yeah.
we got lucky. Rob Dillingham went off.
Oh, he went off, man. He did, and I
Yeah,
mean that
he's
was to lose that game after him making that huge shot. Like that would have been a shot that would have been talked about from years and years from now. That shot in LSU. You know what I'm saying?
I
Instead, now
mean,
we're talking about the tip in LSU.
yeah, and I mean it's tough loss because you felt good. At first it was a back and forth, and then we couldn't make a bucket and defense,
Yeah,
and then they went on a run, and we did good. I mean, you're up by 15, and you think it's over. Like, okay, we got this. They had no game,
yep,
but they're resilient. That like they came back against Florida and a lot of teams that were down 15, 19 even points, and they hang in there, they grind, and that's what we needed to do.
yep,
Finish it. Like we all felt like get this game over with. Like you had that feeling like it's stupid. It's a stupid place. It's boring. They didn't even have enough fan. You didn't feel the energy. Just grind it, go home, finish it, get the W, and get out of there.
Yep. That is it.
But
Uh,
but it just didn't happen, man. It's just tough.
yep. That is, it's one of those losses where you look at and be like, just like you just said a minute ago, after winning at Auburn, um, after winning at Auburn, after holding those guys to the points that they did, uh, battling and with Ole Miss and just dominating that game too as well. You kind of thought, okay, maybe maybe that third straight loss at home was a complete wake up call for us. Maybe the
Yeah,
guys got, okay. You know what? Enough of this mess. Let's go take care of business. So you get a solid win with Ole Miss, and then but you dominate Auburn from tip to finish. They never led the ball
right.
game. So, and then just to come in and start the game, get on a run in the half with LSU as strong as we did, and then you come out in the second half, you score, and then everything just goes straight downhill. And as a fan, you just look at it as like, I cannot believe that we're about to lose this ball game. And then we make a
Unfortunately,
run, and then that happens.
it did. And Antonio Reeves, man. I mean, he's all American. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah,
I mean, he was balling. You
ball
couldn't
led.
stop him. And I think what happened at one point, he did get his third foul. He sat for a long time,
Yes, man. Those
and we
fouls
couldn't
hurt
buy
us.
a bucket. We
Yep.
couldn't buy a bucket when he was sitting down. And then we had a lot of guys who can score. DJ, he didn't have a great game.
Yeah.
Ogana didn't look good. I mean, he
Yeah,
only
he
had
didn't
what I
look
think
good
two
last night.
points.
Yeah.
Uh, but dude, Justin was good. Justin's getting it. He's doing the right moves. He's passing right. He's shooting right. He feels good. You can tell he's confident. But man, we're 5 games in the season, and then we're still
We're
doing
in this.
things.
Yes.
Yeah, like it's like, come on, man. You gotta figure out the roster. You gotta figure out the rotation. And you think we shrank the rotation a little bit, and it felt
Yeah.
good the last 2 games before.
We went.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Cal had a
so
Cal had a very short lineup. One thing about Ugo last night is that he got in foul trouble early, and for me that took out a lot of his that took out a lot of his physicality, that he's been
definitely,
bringing the last couple of ball games, because we understand that Bradshaw's not going to give us a whole lot. We know Z's not going to give us a whole lot. So Ugo, he's trying his best to stay in the ball game. I think this is his first time in his career that he's been in foul trouble in a situation where, hey man, we need you on the floor. Don't foul out. Don't get that fourth foul. And I think because of that, as a big guy, that that kind of takes a lot out of you, because now I can't be aggressive. I can't go for the blocks. You know what I'm saying? I can't do a
right.
lot of things that I was doing when I have no fouls. And I think, just like you said about Reeves as well too, when you take Reeves out of the ball game from him being so hot, and then you take Ugo out of the game because he's in foul trouble. I mean, those two guys have been so instrumental to the last two ball games for us being able to do what we do. And when you don't have that, and when you have guys coming in who you hope are going to produce, but they don't. That's not a recipe for success.
It's tough, man. And the thing about it, we didn't have Trey Mitchell, and we didn't have him against Auburn, and we balled out pretty good.
We
And
absolutely did. So I don't know what happened. Yeah,
it's just disciplines, and you're thinking about like little things. It's not a whole lot of things. Like as far as the offense, we all know we're gonna score buckets no
yeah,
matter
yeah,
what. It could be anybody's night, and they're gonna come at you. You're gonna get 20 plus from Antonio Reeves.
yeah.
Rob can go off. Reed can get things done. A dude stepping up, man. He's doing the
Doing
tough stuff,
Man, he's doing
putbacks,
stuff.
rebounding, blocking. He's doing his thing.
Yeah,
Justin's getting in a lot. It's more
he's coming
comfortable. I
along.
mean, we're
Yeah,
5 more games. The season is almost over with.
it's almost over,
My
bro.
thing is, you got to finish. And we talked about this forever finish. Like you up, you can't be up 15 and make a run, get them to go all the way through, and they shot some open threes. Like how
Yeah,
many times we talk about defend the three,
you got to go out and guard that 3 point line.
and they got lucky. I mean, the ball, like the free throw they hit, it went on the top of the rim and bounced right in.
Right in, you talking about you talking about their kind of night.
Yeah,
Yep.
and they had, we took over. We took over really good, but at the end of the day, if you look at the last replay, I mean, the guy did great. He grabbed the ball and threw it up back. Like he knew exactly what he wanted to do with it, and
Yeah.
it would just happens to be it bounced their way. I mean, Adu blocked it. You just got to box out a little bit. Just
Yeah,
don't give
that's
them
it.
space.
Yeah.
Uh, and cramp like be around the rim. All of like you got to crash that. You got to crash the
Correct.
glass, crash
Yeah.
it, push, make them uncomfortable. But again, they got lucky with that. I mean that doesn't happen often, man.
It doesn't happen often, and you
So
talk about the basics of basketball. You talk about look when the ball goes up, you find a body and you block out. As
definitely,
a fan, we sit here and we say block out. I think in the intensity of the ball game and what's going on and trying not to lose the ball game, I can only imagine the type of pressure or the things that go through a player's mind is like that you need to block out. But when the ball
right.
goes up, the only thing you're concerned about is please don't go in. So, but at the end of the day, the game should never have, the way we was playing ball, the game should never have came down to deciding whether we needed to tip it or not. If we just would have, if we would have got stronger on defense, but I mean, everybody foul calls was on Kentucky last night was unbelievable last night.
Yeah, I mean we can say that too because I think honestly, I think we lost the game in the second half.
Oh,
Uh,
absolutely.
because
By
at the beginning of it, we came out dry. We didn't do a thing, man. And like I watched the game again, which I hate. I hate watching Kentucky games when we lose, especially like
Yeah, me
this.
too. Yeah, I
It
turned
kills me.
it
But
off.
when you watch it, like we just didn't do a whole lot. And with Reeves in foul trouble, we couldn't get a bucket. We
Yeah,
couldn't get a bucket. And there was a moment, I don't know if you remember, we missed like God knows how many layups, how many open shots, how
we
many.
missed a lot of layups, bro. A lot.
Yeah, and disciplines, turning the ball over, like and you can't do that. And you had Aaron Bradshaw, Big Z. We need them, man, to help. We need them to help Ogana. Like, come in, you don't have to score a lot, rebound, block, and don't foul right away.
That was I don't know how you feel about that 3 pointer that Bradshaw took, and I get it. I get that he has the ability to knock down threes. I don't take that away. But when you have Reeves, when you have Dillingham, when you have Shepard, heck, when you even have DJ, big guy, you're not taking that shot, bro. Like, I mean, I get it.
No,
I always say thank you for that big shot that you hit down at Florida. We appreciate that so much. We will, we won't forget that. But at the end of the day, like that's not your shot, big guy. Not in the situation that we're in, and I get it.
right.
That you take it, and I know you want to show the people at the next level that you can still shoot that three. But we're trying to win a ball game, and to me that was a selfish play. Like you don't take that shot just because you want to get a shot up.
Yeah, and it's not just that. It just I think what hurt us a lot is that I was frustrated with Cal, and a lot of people are because
Oh
he
yeah,
didn't he didn't stay after the post game. He had like to answer two questions and
that was it.
dipped
Huh?
really quick.
Even
My thing was when they made a run, we waited too long. I feel like we waited too long. It was like 11-2 run or something like that before he
oh
called
yeah,
a timeout.
the 4 o'clock.
So yeah, I'm like, stop the game. Okay, they came back.
Yeah,
They're making a run. When it gets like a 4-0 run or 6-0 run, stop the game. Make a
stop it.
timeout. Get the guys back into defense mode. Say, look, guys, we got this. Don't let them come back because they've done this to a lot of teams. They were down 15, 19, I
It
think
was
against Florida. They beat
they were
South
down 18
Carolina.
to South Carolina. Yeah,
Yeah, so they grind it. And the same guy, right, who beat us when we played Vandy last year, who hit the winning shot, was bowling like, and we did good. I mean, Ogana, Adu actually. played good defense and blocked him.
Yeah,
But you gotta play before. Like you have to learn how to like the playing without the ball is very important, man.
yeah,
And we didn't do it. We messed up a lot on defense. We reverted back to soft defense, not defending the
we did.
three, not boxing out, not being physical. I mean, Adu's the most physical guy we got.
He is. Yep. And
So
um, while we was able to go down to Auburn and beat those guys convincingly without Trey Mitchell, it's evident we still need Trey Mitchell in the ball game. Like,
yeah, yeah, definitely because his maturity and his disciplines and he teaches like he control he can help them stay focused. He can like, all right, guys, it's not over. Like he can, his experience helps a lot.
yeah, it goes a long way,
But
bro.
we should be able to be. They should know by now. You think that by this time of the year, you should know how to stay focused. We lose focus, and I know the freshmen, but the season's almost over.
Season's almost
And
over.
Cal,
You know.
Cal, I don't know how many games we got so close, or we up by 6 or 4 or whatever, and we just can't finish.
So
We just got
so then, not to put you on the spot and everything, but
no, I'm cool,
the,
man.
a lot of people want Calipari gone. What's your
No,
thoughts?
man. No, man. You can't do that. I mean, think about it. Yeah, I get mad at Cal, and I think a lot of it's very emotional. Because after the game, I was losing my mind. Like, okay, I was put. It's you know, it, it's first of all, Cal is not going nowhere.
No, not right now.
He's not going nowhere, man. This guy making what 9 point something million, and it's buyout nobody can afford,
Yeah,
and he's not going nowhere. And he's gonna get you. Look at next year class. You know what I mean? I don't want Cal to go. Can you imagine Cal going to another school and how happy they will be? They talk crap about Cal. Everybody else, like other schools, like, oh, Cal sucks. He can't coach. He's not an XO anymore. Blah blah blah. He needs to change, and we did see some change. Like
yeah,
we have to give him credit. At the beginning of the year, the offense was clicking. Last year, we couldn't get a thing. We had different roster, whatever, but his style changed. It was fast paced. Everybody shooting. He got somebody like Rob Dillingham, free. Let
yeah,
him play. You got centers shooting threes, but the defense. I mean, our offense is great. We're
yeah.
top three in the country, but your defense is not even 60. In camp on. You're not even 80. We're pushing back to 90, 100. You can't win, man. Can't make
You
a
can't,
run like that.
yeah.
And he gets stubborn, and I think his rotation sometimes is confusing. I mean, he had two big centers. I think he had Aaron and Big Z at one time. You're like, what's going
I
on?
think so. Yeah. Like, what is that, bro?
Shrink your rotation, man. Look at North Carolina. They figure out their rotation. They're not deep, but they know they're playing the 5, 6 guys, and they're not changing.
Yeah.
You have to play the ones who know, the ones who like when we play Auburn, man, they look good.
We look
And they
good. Yeah.
wanted it so bad. So keep with the rotation. I think what happens? We start Rob Dillingham. Why? If DJ's struggling, why we let him start? You know what I mean? Like I'm not against DJ. DJ is a tough cookie, man. He's a tough guy, man.
Yeah.
But yesterday he couldn't do much. So okay, let Rob in. Rob sat for a whole time. Reese
Rob.
Shepard.
Wow. Yeah. A lot of people are really upset that Dillingham is not getting. It's our fan base, man. It's like you got so many people who want to see more of this person, and then you got so many people who want to see more of this person, and it's kind of like the balance of. I'm not sure if that's a reflection of the balance of the rotation, as you're saying, but it's kind of like, I think as a coach that makes $9 million, you have to be able to say, I need to play the people who are really out there playing tonight. And if that means I gotta cut my rotation to 5 or 6 people, 7, whatever, then that's what I got to do. I think because of the caliber players that we have coming into Kentucky, I think Calipari has a major. I think he has two issues. He's got to try to keep those guys happy, and he's got to show the guys who's coming in next year that this is what I'm going to be able to do for you, and I'm not going to just put you on the end of the bench and just leave you. And I think
Right.
that's kind of a double-edged sword when we do bring in such a high caliber class. Is now Cal's got to find a way to basically make all these guys happy, and
Right.
because of that, a lot of things just ain't going right because people just some players just don't belong on the floor. But when you try to force that in, when you got guys who was really out there balling, then I think that's a downfall for Calipari. Is because look, you got to play the people who are out there balling. And no offense to you, young men, but you know what? Tonight's not your night. I got to give it to the guy who's who's
Right.
playing ball. So
Well, and he kind of did that with Aaron Bradshaw. Like, if you think about it, who would have thought, Ogana will have average 30, like he played about 30 something minutes, not too long ago against Auburn. And he played a lot yesterday too. And
yep,
like he benched, he's not letting Aaron play. Big Z barely played a minute. So he's doing, he's taking these guys like, okay, I know you're a 5-star, you're a top three
yeah,
in the country, but guess what? If you're not playing hard, you're not doing anything. But I think the rotation, we have to figure it out. Okay, who's playing their best? When we made a 15-0 run, let them roll again. Don't mess with that rotation.
don't
Keep
mess
it
with that.
rolling. If
Yeah,
somebody gets in foul trouble, that's fine. But you have guards. We have Reeves, DJ. You got guards, Rob. I mean, these guys can get you anything. And if they lock on defensively,
yeah,
it's good. You can't stop this. You got Adu. Adu is physically imposing. You got
he's
Ogana. He's gonna be blocking machine for you. And you got
yeah.
Trey Mitchell. He's experienced. He got all. And Justin, I like Justin, a lot lately. He improved, but here's the thing. At the end of the day, as a fan, it's been what, 10 years since we made it to the Final Four. I mean, it's been a long time,
It's been a while, bro. Yeah,
since
yep.
2015, since the Karl Anthony Town, all these guys. Uh, it's frustrating because we love the players. The players,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we love this team. Like everybody I talk to at work or Twitter or whatever, everybody loves this team, man.
Yes.
And it's not like, oh man, fire Cal. That's crazy. People who say fire Cal are crazy. But we need Cal to change some things here and there, and he did. And when you start playing defense against, like the way we did against Auburn, all these
Yeah.
guys, you're like, okay, did we make we just turn around? Is it? Are
This
we
is it.
now ready? Like, this is the team. Now we're
Yeah.
good. Now we're done. We got the defense. We know the offense. But at the end of the day, there was few little things like boxing out, 50-50 balls,
It's those little things.
aggressiveness, toughness.
It's that little thing
Those.
that make a difference.
Yeah, like Rob, he switched it on the second half. I mean, he only had 2 points in the first half, and then he went.
Yeah. Yep. He only had 2 points on the first half.
It's
The
how
second half,
it's
he
how
scored
bad you want it. And right now, the SEC is a lot better, man.
a lot.
Way better than it used to be, and
Yep.
they recruiting good. And every game, they're gonna come at you.
They're gonna come at you really hard because nobody,
Kentucky, yeah,
everybody wants to beat Kentucky. Everybody wants to have that on their
we
resume. I beat Kentucky.
Kentucky is their show. We are their show. Look at what happened to Auburn. They came back like 2 weeks before, and
Yep.
they felt confident. They thought they had it. We are everybody's show. Look what LSU did. They rushed the core, and it was crazy. It's like they won a championship or something. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's frustrating. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. I really like this team. It's not over, obviously. We can
Yeah.
still push if we can win the next couple games. Maybe Tennessee.
Yeah.
It might be L. I don't know, but we need to make a run.
How do you think we do against Alabama?
I think we're gonna beat them. Here's the funny thing about this team. You can play like somebody like LSU, and
And
you
lose?
think, man, you can lose or win by like 10 or 15. Same
Yeah.
thing with Alabama. You can play Alabama, think, man, I don't know if we're gonna beat them, and then you can beat them by 15 or lose by 4. or
Yes.
like you just don't know like what you're gonna get. That happened against Gonzaga. That happened against UNC Wellington, for God's sake. Like, what's going? Like, we don't know what we're gonna get from this team. And then the thing about this team is either they can lose in the first round, or they can take you all the way to the Elite Eight, Final Four.
Yeah. It's
It's
just
like they're capable of doing both.
yeah. It's kind of that up and down. I got a question
Yeah.
for you. I'm not sure if I can put this up. Brenda asked a question, and she says, Do you all think DJ is living up to his hype?"
Honestly, no. I mean, let's be real. We had at first there was a lot of pressure on him, and he's following his dad and the
Yeah.
grandfather footsteps, and it was a lot of pressure. But look, we're in February. I mean, a week from
Bro, we
now,
got
so
five
it's
games to
March.
go. 5 games.
There's no more pressure. Just ball out. It's
Just ball
over.
now. Yeah,
He
it's
was
bro.
supposed to be coming out of high school. Him and Aaron Bradshaw were supposed to be, top in the draft, top three in the
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
That's not top three. Justin Edwards. What happened to him? He was supposed to be the number one pick in
One
the
pick.
draft.
He ain't
And what
even
happened
protected
then?
it.
Okay,
He's
he got comfortable. Now he's playing better. He's making the right decisions. He's not
yeah,
just attacking the rim, losing the ball. He's passing it. He shot beautiful threes yesterday.
yeah.
But DJ, personally, no. I think he needs another year. I mean, Aaron Bradshaw.
The sad part about it is none of these guys are coming back. I mean, we know
They
that.
should. They
Well,
should.
yeah. Sitting here as a fan from my perspective, absolutely. Seeing, I mean, and not just like the numbers show that, hey, but it's just so much pride and it's so much, it's so much pressure. And with the team Cal got coming in next year, there's no way Cal gonna bring these guys back. Hey man, go, go. You know what I'm saying? Go fly.
Man, I
I
don't
don't know.
know. I mean,
It
I don't
don't.
know, to be honest with you. I mean, a lot of players go and they do good. Like, look at
Yeah.
IQ. A lot of people think he wasn't ready. And he went out there, look at him. He's doing good. You can tell, like, Rob Dillingham, a lot of people don't think he was going to be that good. In fact, they were
No,
talking about his character and how Cal's going to control him. He's going to be wild. And Reed Shepard, who saw this? Reed Shepard's a lottery, a lot of people saying. And
yeah, he
he's
is.
projected to be a lottery
Yep.
and because his IQ.
You think he's
But
coming back, man?
physically,
You think
no.
he's coming back?
I wish, but I don't see him coming back. I wish. Give me Reed. Look, man, give me Reed Shepard one more year, and I'll tell you it would be great. But
Yeah.
why? Why would he? If I had a kid and he's a first rounder, maybe early second round, I would not let him come back. Right?
Well, not only is
Why would
he,
I?
hey, not only is he projected to go in the first round, he's projected to be a lottery pick. So,
People have him a top 10.
yeah, they have
You
a
know,
top 10. Yeah. I mean,
it, it
what is
reminds
it?
me of John. It reminds me of John Stockton back in the day.
Hey man, he's balling out there, man. He is, and it's funny because all the hype was like you just said was on Edwards, on DJ, and on Bradshaw,
Aaron,
and
yeah,
it was a little, but not much on Dillingham, and people knew that Reed was really really solid in high school, and they kind of looked for him to kind of come into college and kind of do his thing, but I don't think anybody really really
no.
foreseen what Dilly and what Reed really brings to the team right now, and you hear it all the time. And these guys come off the bench.
And here's the question: should they come off the bench? Should we get DJ to stay and get Rob as a starter with Reeves, Shepard, and Reeves? If you give me Rob, Reeves, and Shepard, and give me Adu or Trey Mitchell and Ugana,
Yeah,
I'm good with that. And even Justin, he's getting better. But
he's getting better.
this how silly it is, though. We in end of February, and we're talking about who should start, who shouldn't.
Yeah,
You think by now we figure it out?
yep. Do you think by
So
now we would have that? But a lot of people, still, not just us. I'm just a simple Kentucky fan. I'm nobody important. But you see it a lot. People at this, as you just said, we got 5 games left in the season, and people are still asking, why is this dude still starting for? You know what I'm saying? So it was
well,
good to see him finish the game yesterday because if he didn't have the second half that we did, we would have probably lost by 10 at least.
Well, you are important. That's number one. You know, every UK fan, every human being is important. That's for sure.
You the man,
That's
dude. I
number one,
appreciate
man. You
it.
know,
Hey,
everybody's
you know
important,
what?
man.
Hey, I didn't bring you on because you like UK. I brought you in so you can make me look good. Okay.
You are a good brother. You know, I got nothing but love for you and all the
Absolutely.
BBM fan. It's a family, man.
Yeah.
We want these kids to be happy. We want Cal to be happy. We all want to be
Yeah.
successful, man. And we're
See how
frustrated.
UK.
It's been a long, long time, and every year it's like, oh yeah, we know I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have played this. I should have called a timeout.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for a long time, man.
We need
And
to
and
we need
and
to have those. We need to have that figured out already. You make too much money
yeah,
not to have a game
yeah.
plan. This is what's going to happen. If this happens, this is my contingency plan right here. If they going to run, I'm calling timeout. I'm stopping it. I can't take the timeouts back home with me, so let me use them.
Yeah, and like it's like the Florida game. I was right there at the game, and everybody was saying foul, foul, foul.
And they didn't foul.
And Gonzaga came in and Gonzaga came and did that. They
Yep.
fouled and they won. I mean, it's like finish the game. Last year, remember, it's always been like the last 4 minutes. Remember, we always talk about the last 4 minutes. Finish the game.
Finish
Uh,
the game. Yep.
is it Cal? Is it the players? I think it's a little bit of both. You
Yeah.
know, Cal sometimes cannot make some of the decisions they make, but you should be able to dictate the game and not get. I feel like we get outcoached a lot, and
A lot of people say that. I mean, you're echoing what so many people say, and people will tell you once again, especially against Gonzaga. Once again, Calipari got that coach again. So
I
that
mean,
seems to be.
well, the pick and roll, like against Gonzaga, they were lost. Aaron Bradshaw, all of them, Ugana, they couldn't
Mhm.
defend the pick and roll,
Can do
and they went
anything.
over it, do it over and over. It's like, guys, it's clear. It's not that complicated.
It's
But
not.
again, I think this team, they have it. They have it, man. They really
We do.
do. I mean, we can
I
score anytime. We
Yeah.
can get any player to go off any night. It could be anybody. Like anybody can give you buckets and especially our guards, obviously. But the defense, you got to get the defense between, in the compound. It's like you got to be between that 50, 40. Give me some of that 50, 60. But right now we're like 80, 90, 100. We
And
dropped from 101 to like 80, I think. And now we're going to go back up. Like,
we'll
you
go back
can't
up.
win games, man. You can't.
You can't. And I
But
think, and I like to, I've always believed that is like it's good to get a 15-point ball game win. It's always good to get that. It feels good. But I think when you can find ways to grind out a ball game, because in March you're gonna have to grind out some ball games. You know what I'm saying, to win. So
yeah,
I enjoy having those ball games because if you get so used to blowing people out, is that when you get down and you get under that pressure, then you don't know how to take it. But on the other hand, is where I want us to be a team that knows how to put their feet on people's throats and just don't give them any hope for the rest of the ball game. And I think because of you mentioned it tonight as well too, is that Cal didn't call a timeout, so they went on an 11-2 run and then the 12-2 run. And then we called timeout. The knife is stuck deep in us now, so now we're trying our best the whole second half to pull that knife out of us. And so at the last second, you know, of course, they put the ultimate knife in us by doing the tip in, but I want to see us to be able to finish ball games, and I want to see us to just to take teams and take all the hope out of it. You know,
well, it's gonna be tough because the SEC. I mean, look at our schedule. It's not easy,
it's
you
not
know.
easy. These last five
And
games is hard.
and you gotta win at home. You gotta
Yep.
beat Alabama Saturday. We gotta beat Alabama. And if some people see, I know a lot of people say, well, the fans are not loud and all that. That's not true. I've been going to UK games for almost 4 years now. Every game almost. I'm there. I'm not. I even go to the games outside of the state, and you still see Big Blue Nation walk in
Yeah.
there. But the thing is, what are we supposed to do as fans? I mean, I lost my voice for 2 days after the Gonzaga and the Florida game, and the Tennessee game. Like I could even talk. I mean, we were depressed last night. I was mad and depressed a little bit. I didn't want to go to bed feeling like the way we felt because it was like, what just happened?
Yeah, for
And
real.
it's frustrating. Is it Cal? Is it the players? Is it both? I mean, how long are we going to be doing this for? I mean,
Yeah, I think it's. I have a text line that I use where people text in or whatever as well. And one fan is like, "Look, I love my Wildcats. I will always ride with my Wildcats." But he said, "But I'm just so over Cal. I'm just like I'm so over it. I'm so over seeing. I want my Kentucky team back." And
yeah.
I think a lot of fans feel the same way that that the guy that texts. I think a lot of fans feel the same way. I love my Cats. I'm not leaving my Wildcats, but I just don't know if I can deal with Cal anymore.
Well, you can't defend the guy anymore.
Yeah, there's no more of that.
Look at Alabama. Look at Tennessee.
Yeah,
Look at even Arkansas before this year. I mean, you got teams that are. Look, how was the last time we won a SEC title? You know
it's
what I
been
mean? It's been a
it's been
while, like a couple of
yeah.
years or so, whatever. We had the COVID year. We have first San Pedro's year. We have the Kansas State. We had. It's been really really rough
It's been
to
rough, man.
defend Cal. And I'm a Cal fan. I always love Cal and I always will be. That's my coach, that's my team. And we're gonna stand by him whether we win or lose, because that's your team, that's your coach. It's not gonna change. And Cal's not going anywhere. Not right now. I
All right.
promise you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna happen. So we gotta understand it is what it is. But
Yep.
as a fan, I think we're doing our part. But people say as well it's 50-50. Now it's not 50-50. Some people say, well, I'm with Cal. The other 50 say, no, Cal is good. It's not 50-50 anymore. It's a lot of frustration. Everybody's angry.
Yes.
Um,
A lot of frustration.
so with a team like this, man, you should be winning. You shouldn't lose to UNC Willington. You shouldn't have three home losses at home. That didn't happen since 1966.
Yeah.
What happened? Is that what? Yeah.
It's
I mean
embarrassing,
that.
bro.
Is that? I mean, it's like what happened to Kentucky basketball. What happened to when they were doing the other day? I think it was Saturday. I don't remember. They're doing the top 16. They did the top 16 for the bracket.
Yeah.
And you don't see. You see Auburn. You see Tennessee. You see Alabama. Even South Carolina trying to squeeze in, and there's no Kentucky.
Yeah. They
What
even
the
had
world has
Dayton.
come
I
to?
think they had Dayton in there, I think Dayton was in the top 16.
I mean, in general, like the SEC is tougher. They got better coaching. They're recruiting better. The NAL is getting anybody.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're one and done. We got the best guards in the country as talent. Like, how many teams did we play had more NBA prospects than us? Not
Yeah.
many, if any. They might have one or two, but we have four or five.
Squad. We have a lineup. Well, we have enough guys that we can put we can put five guys out there who's probably going to play in the NBA. And
Yeah,
we
if it's not this year, at least next year. You know what I
Yep,
mean?
absolutely. And losing these
So
games is, losing these games is just
it's brutal.
it is. And at what point do we say when does this bleeding stop? When does this turmoil stop? When do we get our Kentucky team? When do we get our Kentucky tradition back again? Because this is not it. And um, during my show, I let people voice their opinions, and I don't shoo them away. I don't like look down on them. I don't be like you're stupid, because I understand the frustration is there, and just want to people just want to see our Kentucky team back at the level that it used to be, because now when you got teams like UNC Washington, Wilmington coming in and beating us at home, what team don't want to come and win? I get it. UNC Wilmington they have a lot of experience. They really, I mean, they recruited a lot of upper class guys to come in and play. But still, those nobody's talking about those guys going to the NBA. We got NBA guys, supposedly, as they say. So us losing games like that, to me, is just unacceptable.
Even LSU, even Auburn, even Florida. Most of
You
these
don't
guys are not
you
going
don't
to
hear
be
about
projected.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing is, you can't you can't lose 3 games at home. You can't lose to teams like UNC Wilmington. You can't lose to St. Peter's. You cannot say lose these kind of games and then come back at like Auburn. We thought that was the turnaround, and then brag because he was like, "Oh yeah, did you see when he did the conference, the press conference, the post
yeah,
game against Auburn? I mean,
yeah,
chest out. He was like,
yeah,
okay, leave my players alone. Talk about me. Okay, well now where you at?
yep,
You didn't have two. You didn't. He didn't answer. He had two. He answered only 2 questions and walked. Done. We gotta go. We got a game at 4 o'clock Saturday, early game or late game, whatever. We gotta go. Like he
yeah.
didn't want to stay. And that's frustrating. Like, against Gonzaga, he didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
So you,
I
at the
think
end
that's
of
what
the day,
fans too. I think the fans notice that, man. They do. They
don't
notice
yeah, don't
Cal is not like he's not, dude. You got to pony up, Cal. You make $9 million a year. When it's a press conference, you need to be there and you need to be available. Yeah,
well you said, you talk about I can't hide you to the players. Well but you can hide. You can't
yeah.
hide you either.
It's
You
yeah.
know, you can't
You
run
got to
after a
stand up.
loss like that.
Yep. You
So
got
at
to
the
be
end of
there.
the day, the good news is we have the players. We have
Yeah,
the offense. We can score 80, 90 anytime. But the problem is you can't let teams like Tennessee, who don't average 70 whatever points a game, come on up and drop 104 on you or whatever that
yeah.
was. You can't let that happen.
Nope.
So I think it's our defense. If we continue to have some pride defensively, we can make a run,
Yeah,
but
we
we
do.
can also lose in the first round.
We sure can. And I
So
don't, bro. I don't even want to imagine what that looks like.
I'm
I
gonna
don't even.
tell you this:
I
if
don't even
we
want to
lose in the
imagine.
first round, it'll be a riot in Lexington.
They gonna burn that
It will
town
be.
down,
Uh,
bro.
it'll be. I mean, I tell you, I talk to UK fans all day long, and we're on Twitter. We go last game against Gonzaga. Okay, we were so frustrated. I don't know if you guys can hear us sometimes on TV because ESPN really doesn't
We got
project
some
the
boos.
sound.
We heard some boos through the
People were
TV.
booing. I was.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I lost my. I was losing my mind. All of us and everybody. There was a guy yelling at Calipari coming out of when they were walking back to the locker room. Like he
yeah.
lost his mind. And there was people just yelling and booing. Like, when was the last time we boo our players are rough? Let that sink in. That's not us.
No, you know,
So
things are bad when we at that particular point. And believe me, whether Kentucky is number one in the nation or whether we're not even ranked, the cameras are always on Kentucky because of who we are or who we supposed to be,
do you
and
think
it catches a lot of things.
do you think Auburn fans came to watch Auburn? No, they came because of Kentucky.
We're the big ticket in town. Yep.
We are everybody's Super Bowl, whether they like it or not. Free
Yep.
T-shirts, free whatever. We are the Super Bowl because we are Kentucky. The problem is we haven't been playing. We've been mid-major in the SEC for how long?
It's
For a
it, it
while. We
yeah.
we haven't been. I mean, the one team we had was with Maxi and IQ, and it got cut short because of the COVID
COVID.
year.
COVID.
And then we had the Tyler Hero team and all that. That was good and dandy. But if you look at it, 10 years no Final Four. How many SEC titles we won in since what 7 years now? Not
Yeah.
maybe one. It's not the same.
It's
Cal
not the
changed. Cal changed. Yeah, we have injuries. I get that. But guess what? We're deep. And are we the
deep.
only team in the country? Are we the only team in the country who gets injured players too? They all
Everybody.
get injuries. They all miss players, but they
Yep.
step up and they all want to beat us. Like you can see, they're angry. They just can't. They hate us
Yep.
because we beat them for so many years. We dominated, and whenever they have a chance, Look
every
how
chance
South
they have.
Carolina played us.
Yep.
Look at last night. They rushed the court. It
They
was
rushed.
like a they went crazy.
Yep. And they didn't even have that, and they didn't even have their big their I think it was their point guard that was out last night, and they still beat
They
us.
yeah. So
So it's
I
sad,
think
man.
it's you gotta play for the name
That's
in the
that's what
front,
it comes down to. Yep.
and and you gotta have pride. My thing is you gotta have pride, man. And
Gotta
at the
have
end of
pride.
the day, it is what it is. There's nothing we can do as fans. We can just cheer them on. I
Cheer 'em
do
on.
think we should continue to support, no matter what. The players are young. Like you should see what I think Lord Rob Dillingham tweeted something about him. He can't sleep at all because he was so mad about the L.
Really?
Uh, yeah, he did tweet something like that. He was talking to John Wall and all those guys on his Twitter account.
Yeah.
I think Instagram account. At the end of the day, we have a good team. We can make a run. It's been a crazy year. I mean, you have teams like UConn losing to Creighton.
By
You know,
29,
you have
they
yeah.
got thrown out.
So
Yeah.
so this year it's a roller coaster, but we know who the top 5, 6. They're out there: Arizona,
Yeah.
UConn, Purdue, whatever. And our defense, we get the defense, we can make a run.
Did make a run, man, and that's
We
just
need it.
it
We
comes
need
down
it.
it comes down to do our guys want to buckle down and play defense
Yeah, you don't
and
want to be.
be
You don't
consistent.
want to. Yeah, and imagine if we play a physical team that's very good defensively, like Houston or
Yeah,
South Carolina again, or Tennessee. Teams
yeah,
like that they can grind it, they can defend you, and they disrupt you. And we
yeah.
don't know how to do. We can't defend the pick and roll. That's just basic
We in
stuff,
trouble.
man.
Yep, we're
And
in trouble.
physicality, man. You got to be physical. You got to. At the end of the day, like I said, we can talk over the same thing over and over. This year's been nothing but a roller coaster, and the weakness is obviously defense. And we got better, and now we reverted back last night.
Reverted back. Yep. We had a
So
redraw last night, and we gotta figure out a way to be consistent. That's for sure. I
yep.
look forward to this UK game against Alabama. I actually won't be working the next day, so I don't have to worry about being at work, so I can watch the full game at home. So I'm happy about that. That's for
Yep.
sure. But we'll just see what happens. Got 5 games to go, and as fans, we just hope for the best. Continue to root for our guys and everything. Are you going to the Alabama game?
Yeah, I'll be going to every home game
Okay,
and I'll be going to Tennessee March 9th.
there you go. So I need you guys
So
to get that Go Big Blue chatter going. We get Big Blue gets in. We need to do that and everything. So, hey, before we get off, man, where can people find you at, man?
man, just BBNMG on Twitter, man. I'm always there. Sometimes I can't go to the games, and so I'll be giving free tickets. So I'll be like, look, man, I can't make it. Come and get the tickets.
I'm gonna fly.
Just I'm
I'm gonna fly
BBNMJ,
over to
and
me.
yeah, man. Sometimes I can't make it. I have to work or something. You know what I'm saying? I work weekends sometimes, so that makes it tough.
Yeah, I
I
get it.
I live right down Rupp Arena, so I try.
Yeah,
But yeah, BBNMJ, I'm on Twitter. Let's be patient with these young cats. I know we should know better. I know we should be better. I think this team, obviously, we love the players. We love our team.
yeah.
I don't hate Cal. I'm frustrated with him. But we're gonna be. We could do something, man.
We could
I
do
really
something.
believe in this team. It's not over. It's
Yeah.
just something about them, and I think we can make a run.
You don't go down and play the way you do against Auburn and and not have a little belief that it's there when we really really want to do it. You know, you
Yeah,
can't.
we're top.
Can't do
We
it.
can score. So
Yeah, we can,
we can drop 90, 80 points any game. 80, 90 points. We play
absolutely.
defense. That's
We
all it
got
is the defense.
and so when the players really want to lock in and when they make it up in their mind, but we got to be consistent, and this has got to be a every night, night in and night out. Then I think that's when we truly start having the success and everything. So, well, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Man, we was only supposed to go like 25 minutes, bro. We're 50 minutes into
50 minutes, man. We have
it.
a lot of emotions.
Yeah,
It's a very emotional roller coaster, and
it is.
everybody's just tired of everything. But I love my team, and go Big Blue, and I appreciate you, and appreciate everybody, and just finish it strong, man. For
Got to
the
finish.
love of God, let's finish this year strong.
Absolutely, dude. We
You
got to
know,
finish strong. Absolutely. So thank you guys once again for all the support. Thank you for the loyal BBN fan supporters out there. Thank you. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at Big Mike 2014 23, or hit me up or subscribe to my YouTube channel at Loyal BBN Fans. I appreciate all you guys. Thank you, Cats. Let's go beat Alabama. We need this win.
yes, sir.
We cannot lose at home. I know we still got to go to Tennessee on the road, but for this game, let's try to win out home court for the rest of the season at least. I think we got what 3 games left on the road at home.
We,
We got
yep,
Arkansas, we got Alabama, and one more at home, Vandy at home. So let's take,
Vandy, yep.
let's let's win those games, man. We have to protect home court, and it starts Saturday against Alabama because those guys are going to come in ready to eat us alive. So thank you guys once again. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Until next time,
Thank you.
go big.